What's up everybody, this is Warriorsauce. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about my PvP rotation. A lot of people were asking on YouTube, and in-game I get asked all the time about it. So I'm going to show you how to open up and a good rotation to follow while you're owning some faces out there. If you don't have Battle Shout up, you need to go ahead and use Battle Shout. And of course you're going to charge in. You're going to put one hamstring on the target. Do not waste your double hamstring proc, which is improved hamstring. It keeps them snared for 5 seconds. And it has a, let's see, I think it's a minute cooldown. No, it's a 30-second cooldown with 2 points into it. So go ahead and get a hamstring on them, but don't use your double hamstring proc. You're going to want to get a rend on them after you open up and get the hamstring on them. Always open up with a rend after that. Colossus Smash and Mortal Strike. Always have a Mortal Strike debuff on them. As you can see, Overpower lights up all the time from Rend, so every time that's up I just click it unless Mortal Strike is not on the target. And as you can see, it's basically just Overpower and Mortal Strike. But if you notice, there's a window sometimes. See, there's an Overpower, and then there's Mortal Strike, and then this pops up and you just go ahead and do it. Overpower again, Mortal Strike. See how there's a window between Overpower and Mortal Strike? That's when you're going to use Slam. So let's do that again. Get your Colossus Smash up, Overpower, Mortal Strike. You got a proc of each, so we're going to use the procs. See how there's a window? Slam, and look, Mortal Strike's back up. So when Mortal Strike and Overpower is not up, you have a good window to use Slam. Let's see, I'll try to do it again. Make sure you got your Rend up. You gotta get your hamstring up. And then you go ahead and get your Colossus Smash always on the target. It does so much ridiculous damage. Get that Overpower, Mortal Strike on there. Get the debuff on him. And then I got a window, and I can just use Slam. Let's see, Mortal Strike. I got another window. Go ahead and use Slam again. Put a Rend on him. Mortal Strike, Overpower, and then follow it with the Slam in this instance. It's very situational. It's really hard to say, hey, you can click all these buttons in a row. It'd be easier to just face roll this class. Some other tips I got for you are, don't pop Recklessness to force cooldowns on the other team. Like if you're in an arena 2-on-2 and you got a healer you're working on, don't pop Recklessness right at the beginning of the battle, because all that's going to do is they have all their cooldowns up, so they're not going to use them. You're going to want to use either a burst macro, or, you know, just get some good DPS on them. Don't use Recklessness just to force cooldowns. Like a good example is a Paladin in their bubble. You don't want to use Recklessness just to make them pop bubble. You want to make sure Battle Shout is always up, and if you need Rage, just go ahead and use it. Of course, you should know that by now. When I use Heroic Strike is when I have retarded amount of Rage, like right here. I would go ahead and put Mortal Strike on there, get the Rend on there, of course. See, I just got too much Rage, you know. And there's the window again, so I'm going to Slam. And when you use Slam, you can even use it before you use Mortal Strike and all that stuff, because that just makes a big string of attacks. Watch, here's a string. And Slam. I'm trying to do it slow so you guys can see what I'm trying to do. So, I really hope you're understanding this. I'm helping somebody, hopefully. And a lot of people ask when I Bladestorm. That's just so situational. Like if you're stuck in a bunch of slows or you need to go through a Ring of Frost, I use it. It's really good for owning mages, of course. But I always pop Sweeping Strikes before I use Bladestorm. A lot of people always ask when I pop Retaliation. Like if you're on a melee DPS and you're going on the melee DPS and he's hitting you, just pop that and pop your burst macro. So you just pop your burst macro and then pop Retaliation. And if they don't switch off you, they're gonna die. So yeah. That's really about it, and you should have a sword and board macro. And I'm going to go into my macros in another video, so you'll be sure to see all that. So I hope this helped you guys in some sense. A lot of people have been asking. If this doesn't help, I'll be glad to make another video to help y'all out. So appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody.